Page 347, Fanfare. Fun little piece with notes going everywhere. All right, let's just take a look. And of course, they give you the text up above to do all that junk. You do all that junk. Well, I'm going to just learn the piece, maybe. Look it over. It's 1 page long. Treble bass clef. 1 flat in the key signature. That means it's either F major or D minor. If we look at the bottom, the last measure is here. It's an F major chord, all those notes together. We'll figure it's an F major. However, go ahead and do the scales and arpeggios for both. F major and D minor. 2 octaves up and down. Or if you're really good at the 2 octave thing, go ahead and try the 4. With the 4 octave, make sure you're going super slow. And the pattern for the 4 octave thing, I demonstrate that fully in the C major. I don't demonstrate it in every one of them because it's such a long pattern for the 4 octave. So I only demonstrated that, I think, in the C major video. So to get the pattern, you need to watch that video to get the overall pattern. It kind of goes all over the keyboard and contrary and parallel and all kinds of nonsense. 6/8 time with a pickup beat. Take it one hand at a time. Again, I'd like a fingering that lets me connect the notes. And maybe some other suggestions. Let's see. Their suggestion here, and that's all right. We can start this because it's like the first full major. You're kind of in this position. It's an F major in second inversion extended. So you're out here. That's a 4 on that, by the way. So it's 6, 6. Now they say scrunch up. Now we're... And I don't know why they want 4th finger. I don't know why they want you here. In my opinion, you can be here. You don't need to be here. I like to be here. So you be here if you want, I'm here. So in the first full measure, I'm going to stay here, 3, 5. I'm just going to stay here. Bring the thumb down. And then do the whole mess again. 5, 4. Just a lot of broken chords. Okay, measure 8 and then pick out. And you can if you'd like. It's good practice. I mean, it'll come in handy. It isn't necessary in this piece. And that is on these repeated C's. Measure 8 and 9. In my opinion, it would be good practice if you would do a 5/4. Use different fingers. Because if you get to a really fast piece in something like this, you need to use different fingers. It could be a 5/4 or a 4/5. Whichever. In this case, you have a D coming up, so you make sure the last note in measure 9 is with 4th. So I'm going to do a 5/4 and a 5/4 just to practice. You don't have to, as I said, but if you were my student sitting in front of me, I would encourage you to do that. This is not a fast piece, and that's why we don't need to do it. But doing stuff like that now helps to prepare you for other stuff. So it's 5/4. And the B flats, same thing. And here it's 3/4. And I'm just staying in this position. And reach down and do what you did at the top. Okay. Left hand, let's see what it's up to. It's here, the broken chord. And I use a 4th finger here, because that's the chord. That's about all you're doing there. Go down to the 3rd line, measure 8, here. During the rest, come down. That's fine. You got to rest, you can move. And you think, what about these repeated notes? You can if you want to. Do 5/4. To try that and get experience at it, go for it. Same thing. Now, on measure 13 and 14, let's check the rhythm. It's a little different. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. It's a little different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. And then you can come back up here. During the rest, come up. Yeah, it's fine. Or you can play it with thumb if you want in measure 15, because in measure 16, it's a repeated note. You can change there. It's repeated, whichever. So I'm going to go ahead, I think, and move up and the rest of measure 14, I'm going to come up there. Yeah. So then we try and put the hands together and see what we get, what's here. And I'll hesitate. That's fine right now. I'm just trying to figure out how the notes are working, the hands, the fingers. And here, here, here. And do it again. Okay. Measure 8, you're here. And go ahead. Now right hand comes, or left hand comes down. And together slowly, and then I'll go back over it maybe a phrase or so at a time and work out the hesitations. Then I add the articulation, which they don't give any. Isn't that wonderful? Well, if you can figure out where the phrases are, you can put in the phrasing here. I have to play the melody quickly because then to hear it. To me, that was a statement reply. So I would measure the second full measure. I'd lift up, like, because it's a new phrase. Don't have to. You could connect them. Take the whole thing as one and then lift up. But I'm going to do this, I think, in statement reply in the first 2 lines, and then measure 8. You're and then lift up, lift up, lift up. Yeah, I'm going to take it like in 2 measure phrases. The left hand, I'm just going to connect it. It's like in this second full measure at the top. I'm going to lift up here, but not here. I'm going to connect that. Up for the right hand for the phrases. I'm going to try and connect the left, except of course for the rest. Then the dynamics, and that applies to the melody, which is the right hand. It starts out soft, and they have these swells. They don't tell you how much to swell. You feel it. You go maybe a moderately soft or whatever. Just here, soft. That's your target. Remember when you have the hairpins? Look in the middle. Where's your target? And that's where you're headed. That's what we want. Then come down now, soft, and come down here. Yeah. If you would like, you could go up to about a moderately loud there. Come down. Now we're down to moderately soft. Come down soft. Come down to soft, and then do it again. And then moderately loud for pick up to measure 9. Come down. See these arrows at the end of the phrases? You don't really need them. You would do that as an interpreting the music anyway if you're putting in the phrases. It's called shaping the phrase. You come off at the end of a phrase. Now, not always, but most phrases, you'll come off at the it's like you come down at the end of a sentence. They know you're done. The sentence ends here. That's it, you come down. Same thing in music. So even if those arrows were not there, like in measure 3, I'd come down anyway. Yeah, because it's the end of a phrase. Now speed, andante, moderato. Well, they're combining them again. Well, what do you want, andante or moderato? They want moderato, that's andante, I guess, because to do an andante that's moderato doesn't make any sense. So a moderato, and with 6/8 time, this is the tricky one, because is it the speed of the 8th note? Is it the natural accent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know that the accents are that way because they're beaming these 8th notes in 3s, and they'll do it that way to feel it that way. So do I feel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So 1, 2, whatever it is. Do I do that way, or is it the speed of the 8th note? Bum, 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 bum. Something like that. It's a little fast for that for an eighth note, but it's too slow for the natural. I think it's more like the eighth note. We want to feel every beat here. You're still going to feel the natural accents. They're just going to be really slow. So that's how I'm going to interpret it. You can interpret it however your teacher tells you to. Yeah. There is a retard at the bottom, so you just slow down. Yeah, slow down. Be sure on that last note at the bottom, hold that 2 counts. There's no fermata there. Just hold it 2 counts and go away. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics. I will lift up for the phrases. I can't slow down at the end. The metronome won't do that, don't you know? I'll give us 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. Off.